if someone's not willing to do this with you, what are the chances that they're actually going to buy with you? Pretty much, yeah. So I know that this is probably going to make people in this room very uncomfortable, but if you can set a rule for yourself that you will not work with a buyer who won't do a 30-minute Zoom, you are going to see your life change. If you guys don't have a lender that's willing to do that, dump that lender and get a new one. Number one, I'm going to ask you guys, who are the only buyers that you should be working with? Yes, qualified. Let's talk about sources. Where do these buyers come from? So the only buyers that you should ever work with, because I'm talking to you guys because you're producers, not because you just started, not because you're willing to work with anyone, but because you guys are top producers. Number one is sellers who need to buy. If Claudia has a listing in Forney and that seller wants to buy in Fort Worth, that's a buyer that Maya should take out, because that seller is definitely, we don't want to make these people homeless, they're definitely going to buy. If someone from another state refers you a client, Megan probably sells all the time at Keller Williams, right? Like people from Oklahoma, California. Another KW agent called you and said, Megan, who do you have in downtown? That's somebody that you're going to want to work with. Who's someone else you want to work with? Ben, you have 100 past sales, right? So when they call you and they want to work with you, you pretty much know they're going to do something, right? Yeah. So your past clients. And then people we personally know. So people you personally know are going to tell you the truth, and you're going to know a lot about them. They lost their job, they're getting divorced. You're going to know their true story. It's much harder for them to lie to you. So people you personally know. Who isn't on this list? Open house leads. Yep. Who else isn't on this list? Internet leads. Sphere of influence is like past clients and people you know. So Zillow leads, yep. So I'm not saying that those people are never people you should work with, but in general, since you guys are top producers and that is a very low conversion rate. What's the conversion rate? You have the actual numbers. 7%. So that means you're 93% unlikely to close them.
And that's if you're good. So.
Right.
Yeah.
So those leads you should be giving to somebody either on your team, someone who's part-time, but not you. You guys are serious business people. So first, the only people that you're working with are sellers, referrals from other agents, past clients, and people you personally know. I bet that probably makes some people in this room a little uncomfortable. Maybe a little. Would you dump half? Does that mean you're going to dump half your clients that you're currently working with? Did I just free up your schedule for serious people? Okay, so what makes a serious person? High motivation. Anyone ever work with a 1031 exchange buyer? Have you closed one? Tell everyone what that is, if you don't mind.
Sure, yeah, it's someone who sold real estate and they have to use that cash to buy real estate within a very short period of time. And a lot of times it's not just like 300,000, sometimes it's 1.5 million that they have to move from this type of real estate into some other type of real estate. They have to do it.
Otherwise, they have to pay capital gains tax, which who
who
likes paying that?
Yeah, that's exactly. The whole reason they're using that.
So they're motivated for one, to avoid that tax, and two, because they have 6 months, I believe.
6 months.
So 1031 exchange buyers are high motivation. Those are people you want to work with. That's something you should be listening for during your qualification. Another thing you should be listening for is life changes. Someone tells you, hey, I'm getting divorced. Somebody's moving out of that house, or both people are moving out of that house. Having a baby, downsizing, basic any life changes, just like sellers. Whenever someone's having a life change, that typically means higher motivation. Timeline. Do we want to work with people who just started their search, they're not sure, maybe 3 to 6 months, maybe a year? No. We want to work with people who have to move in 30 to 60 days, or they're very afraid they might end up homeless, or they want to rent, which they don't want to do. Okay? So the timeline has to be like our lease is up. Whenever someone tells you our lease is up on this date, what's been your experience with those people?
Yeah, they're ready to buy.
Yep. And especially when they're like, I hate my landlord, like, get me out of here. So that's a big one. Another thing you're gonna hear when people, my divorce is almost finalized. They got to find another place to live. They can't stay there. So you're going to be listening for that. The next thing is financial capability. That's where our friend over here comes in. So you're going to have a screening with your lender. We'll go over that soon. But should we be showing people $800,000 homes that, you know, they got $15,000 to put down on a house? Probably not. We want to figure out exactly what their financial capability is. And then you also want to decide as an agent, like, Claudia, maybe all of your buyers are $1 million buyers and this person only qualifies for $350,000. Maybe you want to give it to somebody on your team. Maybe they're not the price point that you're currently working at this point in your life. So you guys have the right to pick and choose, especially if you're a team leader. Team leaders are going to cherry pick and give everything else to someone else. Family business alignment. Anthony, you and I do this all the time. You ever get to somebody and show them a house and one's like this the whole time, glad to be there? Do we want to know that before we even start working with this client? So during our consultation, we're going to want to ask questions around, is everyone equally excited to move? Or is it just you? Because nobody wants to go on a showing with a sad Sally and a happy Harry. Okay, consultation. How many people feel very uncomfortable with me saying, no, I will not meet you at the property without a 30-minute Zoom meeting? Good. Live in that discomfort. I will not meet a client without having done a 30 to 45-minute Zoom. If that, first of all, is it really for you or is it for them? It's really for them. Because during this consultation, you're going to be finding out exactly what they want, what they need, and what's best for them. So 30 minutes could save them days and months of agony. If someone's not willing to do this with you, what are the chances that they're actually going to buy with you? Pretty much, yeah. So I know that this is probably going to make people in this room very uncomfortable, but if you can set a rule for yourself that you will not work with a buyer who won't do a 30-minute Zoom, you are going to see your life change. Now we're going to get our lender in on this call. Like I said, I wish I had known you back then.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right, we can still be friends.
So at the time I was at Coldwell Banker, our preferred lender was GRA. But I always had them in on that call because a lot of the questions are not going to be about real estate. They're going to be about rates, buy downs, concessions, down payment, monthly payment. So you definitely want to have your preferred lender on that initial consultation. If you guys don't have a lender that's willing to do that, dump that lender and get a new one. There's one right here.
Yeah,
are you willing to do that?
Yeah, that's easy.
Okay. But I do have like some lenders that when I first moved here, they were like, that's a waste of my time. I'm not going to do that. Those are not good partners. Make sure your partners are like 100% into doing that with you.